Hey guys, what's up? Finally back out of basic from basic training. Went to Fort Sill. Had a not so lovely time, but not so lovely 2.5 months. But I made it. Um, I'll have to make a video about that sometime. I have a lot of funny stories. But anyways, now back to your regularly scheduled programming. What I mean is, now I can finally do something that I've been waiting to do for a really long time. Like, I just want to get back to the swing of things like as we used to do, like 2 months ago. Or I guess 3 months ago at this point. The things that I like to do. And today I have a brand new character for you. For my, the Necromancer student. So this is Verekad, the Sentient Slayer. Yeah, so this is him. Basically what he is that he's the leader of a cult, basically. A cult that delights in agony. Agony and suffering and all that. And like, as you can see, he's got a heart here, still living. He's extracting the blood out of it to perform a spell. And I even gave him a prayer bracelet. No, not a prayer bracelet. It's like a more prayer necklace, I guess. But yeah, it's got here, and then this is a little fake crystal. This is actually one of the crystals. Actually, I guess. So how he became this way is that he used to work on magical machines in the story. But one day he suffers an accident. One of the machines just completely blows up in his face. And yeah, this is it. This is why he wears this mask. This is one of the fragments from the fake crystal that blew up. Yeah, but now, so I guess, and then he's got red, very bright red clothes. Basically symbolizing the blood. The bloodshed within his cult. I don't want to say cult. I want to say it's more like an actual religion. Because, I don't know, cult implies that it is a secretive group. To me, the occult implies something that is hidden. But the thing is that he's not exactly one to lay in the darkness, you could say. One to hide in the darkness. I mean, look at him. He's so freaking flashy. This is a true, this is a man who believes in something, and he wants to share it with everyone. Let's see, what else? I guess now I'll explain the origin of his character, right? So, I've had the idea for his character, or something kind of like it, for a long time. During, back when I used to do, a Last Morhanite concept art, before I switched to my new stuff. He was a villain that I was thinking of to put in the Last Morhanite, and basically, he was just like a priest, but I guess before I even go to the priest, the idea comes from observations of the world that I've noticed over the past few years, and just the sheer masochism of Gen Z and millennials. I don't like to say that because I guess am I technically Gen Z? Are people born in 2002 Gen Z? I think so. But anyways, yeah, so he is the masochism that you see Gen Z kids spouting all the time, oh, I just want to die. If I died tomorrow, at least I don't have to go to work. The sheer, sorry, there's people. Getting a lot of messages on my phone from the group chat. Anyways, just the sheer masochism of the people today. Like, it's amazing how many people they ironically say they want to die, but in reality they definitely, if they died, they would definitely be okay with it. And so to me, like, all of that masochism comes off to me as something like extremely like culty. I know I just said I didn't want to use cult in order to say it, but like the zeal behind it, it's like religious zeal about how much they want to die. And so then I always wondered, like, what if it is a religion? Like, there must be some kind of clergy, right? Like, what if it was a religion? Or, I don't know. To me, I believe a lot of crazy things. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm deathly afraid of magic. Like, no joke. Like, I don't know. Like, oh, so during basic, the church. So I always went to church on Sundays, but in the building I was at, so I had my church, and then we had like a Wiccan service right next to the classroom we were in. Oh my gosh. Now that made me super uncomfortable. And like, if you don't know what a Wiccan is, like, Wiccan, it's basically like witches. Like witches and magic and fairies and crap like that. And like that stuff, like, is genuinely like, it's like, it is scary to me. Like, I don't like it. I don't like that they're doing magic, because like, where does the power of this magic comes from? And like, not necessarily if magic is real. Like, if it is real, okay, yeah, that's not great. Definitely don't play with magic. But if it's not, it's still equally as scary, because in fact it may even be more scary than if magic actually existed, because like, I know what people are capable of doing because of the power of belief. The power of belief is a very scary thing. Like, if people could weaponize it, then what difference is there if there is magic or not? And so yeah, to me, like, I see, because of that sentiment I see like all this like despair and agony that people choose to inflict upon themselves, and to me it looks like very religious behavior. And so to me, like, I wonder if there is some kind of like shenanigans going on in the background, and like, what are their priests like, or what are their priests like? What is their clergy? What is their sacrament? What is their baptism? What is their anything? What is their church? What is their church like? Right. But I think I actually found one of their priests. And like, this is a news article that I found. And this is perhaps the most insane thing I've ever read. Now it's about the how Roe v. Wade was overturned. So it's about abortion and all that. And I'm not going to get too political about it, because first of all, I'm in the U.S. military now, and being political is not really a thing you're allowed to do. So can't really show, or can't really explain my own political views. But anyways, I just want you to like read this. And like, this is perhaps the most insane thing I've ever read. So here it is. It's on. I can't show you like the actual like news article, because I can't print it. I don't have a printer right now. So it's from thenation.com, and it's abortion involves killing, and that's okay. We're starting off very strong, okay. So that's interesting. To be pro-choice is to be against forced life. So there's that like Gen Z masochism that I was talking about. Let's keep going. By Sophie Lewis. Oh my gosh. What? Well, I guess I'll talk about her later. Okay, so this, I copied down the first paragraph because that was the only part I could get through without vomiting. Just from how insane this is. Okay, so in 2019, I published a kind of manifesto, Full Surrogacy Now. And the actual full title of it is Full Surrogacy Now, Feminism Against Family. Okay, now that is definitely crazy. That's pretty crazy to me. Whose opening line is, "It is a wonder we let fetuses inside us." How... Well, I'm just going to finish the whole thing before I go into this. The opening pages are entirely given over to my extended paean to the process of gestating and all its grisly biology, its everyday sublimity. Whereas in other species, the female can often discard or expel at will, or I missed something. Expel a pregnancy at will. It's supposed to be a pregnancy at will. In our species, a hyper-invasive placenta puts the gestator at risk of lethal hemorrhage. I didn't mean to highlight that. I was supposed to highlight this one, not this one. Locked down, our body becomes a daredevil participant in a wrestling match or similar extreme sport. We cannot easily quit. Oh my gosh. From this starting point, I make a case for rethinking human gestation as real and currently often deadly, dangerous labor, deserving of maximal support. The controversial part is that a key correlate of viewing gestating as labor is that forcing someone to gestate against their will is forced labor. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that was the first paragraph of this sentence. And like, this is just completely insane. Hold on a second. Sorry, that was my roommate. Anyways. So yeah, so like, just through all of this gives me like evil priest vibes, evil priestess vibes, since I guess it's a woman, Sophie Lewis. Oh my gosh. Like, you cannot tell me that this is normal. This is not normal. And so basically, like, the image I had in my head after reading this is what this is kind of the picture I had in my head. And yeah, so this is let's see, what am I getting at? Okay, so yeah, after reading that, like, I just decided, you know what, this has to be in my story. This is absolutely, this would make a fantastic, like, villain for my story. Verekad, the Sentient Slayer, starting a religion that delights in the agony, in the hopes that there is greater pleasure beyond, or that they can end the pain sooner. And I guess that's really all I got to say about him. And I guess he's the complete antithetical to the Church of Light within the story. And so I think I'm going to change the focus of my story a little bit. So, like, as I originally said, like in the first video, it's about it, like, it has very strong themes of light and darkness, right? And then you have the light, I guess. So I'm gonna maybe move the dimension of light out the window, or save that for, I guess not out the window. No, I'm gonna keep that. That's a cool idea. I'm gonna save it for something else. Maybe I could find a way to fit it in here. Maybe there's an arms race going on to control that dimension between him and his acolytes and the Church of Light. Yeah, but I guess what this represents, so like the Church of Light is, I guess you could say, it embodies the idea of like ignorance. Ignorance is bliss, right? So they're completely stagnant. They do not change. They do not grow because they're afraid of the darkness. Meanwhile, for him though, he is the embodiment of darkness in the sense, or I guess if darkness were to represent like probability or possibility or the unknown, this is like just charging straight forward into the darkness with complete and utter reckless abandon. And neither of the spectrum, so the Church of Light, they're blinded by their own light, and they will not embrace, they will not travel anywhere. They are stuck, basically. But meanwhile, in the darkness, they have no light, therefore they cannot discern what is good and what isn't, if that makes any sense. So they're two opposite sides, but they're both wrong, I guess you could say. And I guess that's really what I have to say about that. It feels good making one of these after a long time, and hopefully I can make more soon. My classes are probably going to prevent me from doing that, but hopefully things will go right. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.